Alright fam, what's up? This is Fed Up and Ashmani, and this is the first episode of Blunt Talk.
Hi y'all.
Basically the point is we're going to chill out and just get deep about random shit.
Right. Yeah, this is a raw and unfiltered radio show.
Yeah, really. It's raw and filtered, bear with me. The swearing, I'm going to get into it.
Yeah, this is where we get into it, and as each episode goes along, we will have different and interesting topics, so just give us a chance. We have a lot to say.
Yeah.
We have a lot to say, and that's an understatement. Alrighty, so first topic of the day is, are we in touch with our fullest potential as humans, and why? So, since, I'm introducing it.
Alright, so are we in touch with the fullest potential? No. I don't think so. I feel like we're all scrambled. Honestly. I've read this thing called, we have like this gland in our brain called the pineal gland.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And they say that everything that they're like putting in our skies and like everything that we eat and like drink and all this shit, like it's like putting a shell around it, like a casing, and like seriously, that's what.
Really?
I've read this thing, and like Instagram and shit like that. I mean,
causing your brain from like developing any further.
But yeah, like you're like almost like your third eye. Like, you know what I mean? Like, getting to that
like
point.
You're blinded? What is that? Brainwashed?
Yeah, like you're brainwashed. Like you're brainwashed.
Like I was telling you the other day about that video. I don't even know how to explain it. You just gotta watch it. Like, I wish you were on TikTok a little bit more. But there's this video showing these monkeys. It was like 5 monkeys. And then there was a ladder next to them. And every time a monkey tried to climb the ladder, it would be pushed down by some force that's bigger than them. Like a huge hand would come into the video, and like push them down. And then they all began to learn, like, yeah, if I try to like climb this ladder all the way to the top, I'm not going to be able to, whatever. I'm going to be scolded for it. So then that's what they believed in. They thought that was right. So every time a new monkey would jump into the picture, they and try to climb the ladder, the other monkeys would pull it down and like start jumping him. People do, if you think about that, people do that like in real life. If you think about it, like people, like if you go against the grain and you're a unique person, people look at you like, you and I get so many stares when we go out in public.
I know.
I think it's our aura. Like we're just stand out, like I don't know, I feel like everyone else is a robot and they look at you like, whoa, this person is really alive, this person's living, this person actually thinks.
They're unplugged from the matrix.
Unplugged from the matrix. Good job, babe.
It's either we're unplugged.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a choice. Honestly, it's tough though, because every single day we have to go to work, and ever since you're a kid they like drill it in your head, what do you want to be when you grow up? And you're like 5, you're like, huh? Like, I just want to sit here and play with my fucking cars. You know what I mean? What do I want to be?
Right.
Okay, and then in your mind, you're like, all right, just to make you happy, I'll be like, I want to be an astronaut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kids are smarter than what we think. We're so untouched from that. I feel like we're so powerful as kids because we soak in anything, all this knowledge. And then as we get older, we get blinded by the 9 to 5 and like all these quote unquote responsibilities. I mean, if you think about it, you literally pay to live. Everything you do. Pretty soon we're going to be paying for fucking air to breathe. I'm dead serious. It's like that one, have you ever seen the Lorax?
I seen Dr. a long Seuss, time ago when I was a kid. I don't remember.
The Lorax, in the movie, I'm pretty sure they were like paying, instead of bottles of water, they're paying for air, like bottles of air. You know what I mean? It's that much of a scam, honestly. You just pay to live. So I feel like if we all got in touch with ourselves,
we would,
like we're so much smarter. We're just we really are. We are so in tune.
Yeah.
But we're just so out of tune at the same time.
I feel like as humans, we're so advanced than beforehand when people were literally surviving and learning, how to survive every single day, new things that they didn't know. Like,
okay, but let me ask you this. So if we're more advanced now, like we can create more stuff. Do you think that we're more advanced with technology and then we lost touch with our souls?
Ourselves, yes.
That's what,
because
like
we're
back
always
then.
trying to acquire new shit. You don't need everything.
Yeah.
And that's why you feel like you're bum and you have a roof over your head and you have food.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Now it's time for you to spend time with your family. People lose touch of that, and then they're just going and going and going, searching for the next, I don't know, piece of paper, that gives them that high. Oh, because I can go buy these Balenciagas or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, just materialistic stuff that you don't need, instead of putting it to, like, I can, my grandpa is 75 now.
Let's go out to eat or something. Yeah. Let's spend time. Let's, you know what I mean? Like I told you before, money is energy. Mm-hmm. Money is energy. So, like, if I'm going to work so many days of the week and I'm going to spend my energy instead of spending it with you and family and doing, music and shit, we got to go out and we got to work to make money. It's energy. So I want to spend it wisely. Some things unfortunately, in this life, until I figure out how to break through the matrix, we have to pay bills and all this stuff. We have to, like I said before, you have to pay to live. It's sad. Mm-hmm. But, I feel like we can really connect.
It's like you said, because I didn't understand what you just said until when I asked you, you explained to me, you were like, think about it. Well, I was like, okay, what did I say? I said, we are paying for all these bills and stuff for things that we want.
Yeah.
We want to live like this, whatever.
Yeah,
and then you were like, well, if, this is, we don't have to pay for this. We can just stop paying for it. But a human will just push a button and, like, turn all this off. But it's all set up already.
Yeah, so, like our electric bill.
You explain it better,
yeah,
maybe.
Like our electric bill. Like, you pay for your electric bill, right? But electricity constantly runs. It's someone goes in there and like, oh, yep, they didn't pay the $94. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to boop, press this button and then shut off the electricity. Like, a human being does that. It's not like the electricity is just like, I didn't get paid this month, bitch. I'm not going to your house. No, people do that. You know what I mean? Like, we're doing that to each other. You know what I mean? And it's just because since we were little, that's all we know. Mm-hmm. Wake up,
and plus those people are trying to feed their families too. So
yeah,
they're like, well,
that's what I mean.
That's
what I mean. We're all in the loop. Like, they don't. They're just like, it's like, it's not like they're like, okay, I don't like these people. They don't know who we are. They're just doing their job, and it's like it's a chain of events. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate. That's why we got to break through. We all have to wake up, break through. Y'all seen The Matrix? I know you all seen The Matrix. If you haven't watched The Matrix, I'm telling you, we got to wake up. It's the truth.
Yeah.
So, back to your original question, do I think we're in touch? I feel like there's a lot of people that are awakening and, like, opening up and realizing it, and, like, that's huge. Mm-hmm. And we need more like that, And there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that are gonna listen to this and be like, their ego's immediately gonna kick in. And they're gonna be like, oh, fuck that, And, like, they're just because, unfortunately,
it's an ego thing.
It's an ego thing for sure, and it's just like, well, yeah, for sure.
Because I'm around people and I know who it is. Everybody knows those people that are always on the go. Like, they're always like, they think business and work is everything. Like, like the older folks that ask me, or random people that ask me, well, what are you gonna do with your life? Like, what do you like? First of all, hi, hello. Like, that doesn't even define who I am. So, can you talk to me correctly? We're both humans. Hi, how are you? You know what I mean? Like, let's talk about the basic. You know what I mean? I don't need you. My job doesn't define me, and neither does yours.
Yeah.
People think that that's who you need to be. You gotta pick
it's like you pick
a career.
Yeah, you pick a career, and that's what you have to morph into.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like, who are you outside of that?
Yeah, seriously.
Okay. You're not all business, there's those people, and they're kind of like sheep to me.
Very much so.
And oh God, that one person at work that that one person at work that is always maybe I told you were this person, but I was playing with you. The people that kiss ass, kiss all the managers' asses or their boss or their CEO. You said that was me? No, listen, I was kidding. Maybe I was kidding because I know you're a hard worker. Like, babe,
that's so fucking
I
funny.
was just teasing you because I know. I was saying, I said being around sheep all day is exhausting. People that kiss ass and want to be the teacher's pet and throw everyone else under the same bus that they're riding in to be at the top and get that validation high are alarmingly untrustworthy. Well, I don't care. Like you willing to shoot me? Yo, girl.
I can't believe you said that could be me.
Just making up a scenario. For this guy who literally, this company that doesn't care about you and you're disposable and in a heartbeat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like when I used to work at a fast food restaurant. Like, I know I talk about the fast food restaurants, but I give those people credit that work there, because I used to work there. It was one of my first jobs, and the people that would come through, the people are fucking dicks. They come through and it's literally like because it's like the first time in their day that they can talk down to somebody because maybe their boss is a jerk to them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like I seriously I know that sometimes I know sometimes I'm one of those people in the drive-thru that are just like crabby, but it's not because I feel like I'm better. It's just because I'm fucking tired too. But there are a lot of people, like, you can just tell when they come in and they just want to
people
start a
that
problem.
come into the restaurant.
There's a difference where it's like, hey, I didn't order a chicken sandwich, I ordered a cheeseburger. That's a mistake. Someone that comes in and they're just like, there's 32 French fries in my pack. I asked for 33.
They're looking for an issue off rip. You can tell those people from a mile away, babe.
They're looking for trouble.
I look at people's faces and I'm like, oh God, this person's gonna be,
Yeah.
They sit down and you're like trying to like be overly nice and shit, and nothing you do satisfies them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's literally, I don't know.
But there's another example. People that come in like already hating waitresses and wanting to run them around like a little bitch, being needy.
Because they think that they're better.
Mm-hmm. And rude, very rude. It's one thing to be needy, that's fine. I mean, you need what you need, but to be so rude to your waitress or like talk to them any kind of way, and if you have a friend like that, you have a friend like that, and you go to a restaurant, or you have a family member like that, and y'all go to a restaurant and they start treating people any kind of way, you need to speak up.
Yeah, you definitely
need to speak up.
You need to check that person.
Or you don't need to hang out with them. Because that's disgusting. Like, that's disgusting behavior. Like, that's so embarrassing. If I went out with somebody and they were talking to the waitress for no reason, like, had absolutely no reason, this poor guy or girl is so sweet or so nice and doing their best.
And they're just
doing their best. And they're just like, treating them like a servant. Who are you? Who are you?
Telling Cash. Cash is getting all excited.
Who are you? Because we both shit. And why do you think you're better than me? You think that you don't even know how much I get paid, boo. You don't even know who I am. Exactly. I could be... This could be my side hustle, and I'm the whole time some type of millionaire.
When you think about it, you take it. Well, yeah, that's the thing is you don't really know who someone is. But if you take it back to like take your job away from your title, and we're just people, like it doesn't matter who. Like,
who inspires you the most and why?
Who inspires me the most?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so if we're thinking, it's got to be different because I have multiple people who inspire me. But if we're going like down to the roots, it would be my grandpa.
Your grandpa?
My grandpa. And I'll tell you why. Because...
Which one?
My grandpa's Kirsch.
Okay.
My grandpa Kirsch. And I'll tell you why. Mm-hmm. Because... And I didn't start to realize this until I got older, because you start to think, like nostalgia, you start to look back at memories. When I was a kid and we were going through everything that we were going through, no matter what, Grandpa was working. I barely even knew this man until I was 16 years old, but it's because he was working his tail off every single day. Every single day. And he drove, and I also didn't understand the distance until I started driving. He drove like 45 minutes from Springville to Buffalo, the city of Buffalo, every day. You know what I mean? And he held it down for everything. All the bullshit that we were going through, when like shit needed to come up, bills, money, anything. This man did that. And you don't realize that stuff. Like, you just think about, hey, there's Grandpa. You know, he's walking through the door, he comes home from work. But in the long run, like, that man was grinding. He was like doing whatever he had to do to make sure that his family was okay. And to me, that's more important than anything, because that's like, without that, like, what's your base? That's like the base, the structure.
That reminds me of Mama.
Like, yeah, Mama, she busts her ass.
My grandma inspires me the most. I love her to death. And I thank her so much, because she got my entire, she was the reason why, you know, I am where I am. and I am the way I am, and my entire family. My grandma was like a generational curse breaker. What would you do if you won the lottery tomorrow, and why?
What would I do? That's like, so okay, so how much are we talking? Like, we're talking like, you win the Powerball. I think I saw the Powerball was like 1.4 billion or something. Or are we talking like $10 million? Because there's a big difference. Are we talking big money, or are we talking like money that is still big, but you can go through it a lot quicker?
We're talking about
Like, give me, just throw a number out there.
200,000.
200,000?
Yeah.
If I win 200,000, I'm crying. It's gonna be awesome. First of all, I mean, anytime you win the lottery, I feel like it's a blessing. You imagine, you go in there. All right, I'm gonna make a scenario. I go into the Circle K down the road. Shout out Circle K, good walking distance. I go there. I spend $50. I'm already don't want to do that. I spend the $50 and then we pull out $200,000. I'm gonna be jumping up and down. The neighbors are gonna hate us, first of all. And then, first thing professionally I should do is pay off everything that we owe.
Yes.
That,
I'll do that
like,
too first.
The wise person in me is like, do that. And then it's like, because that's like potentially once in a lifetime money. So pay off everything, right? And then however we have much left, I would say invest into something that we want to do. I wouldn't even say buy a house, because houses nowadays are so damn expensive. You know, so I would say, like,
Can't buy a house with just 200,000.
you can, but then you got no money again. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's like I would definitely invest in something that would bring in passive income, that doesn't break it, so you still have enough, but something that you could like have passive income.
Right.
Something that people need. Like, if you could find a nice like a duplex or something, right? And it was like $100,000, right? And you bought the duplex, and then you rent it out. That's what I would do with 200,000, if you could even do that. You know what I mean? Like I said, the market's expensive nowadays.
You know, I agree. I love that.
I feel like that's an intelligent way to spend it. I mean, that's like the wise version of me. The child in me is just like, spend it all. I want all these toys. But I feel like that's like nowadays, that's how you can take 200,000 and make yourself a millionaire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I would do. What would you do with 200,000?
On everything you said, like, I would pay off anything that I owe, because you're not up unless all of your debt is gone.
True.
You know what I mean?
Well,
You're not
yeah.
up because
Like,
you still owe. Like, you know?
It's like, what are we working for?
Exactly.
Like, every single day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So come up out of that, and then once I'm up, I would take it and invest it in what you said, passive income, so that way we always know we're gonna be okay. We're always gonna have money flowing in without having to go to two places at the same time. You know, I could be sitting at home and my bank account is jumping. You know?
Bank account is jumping.
All I hear is ching ching ching. You know?
Yeah. Well, that, and like you could take it in. I feel like that's how you almost beat the Matrix. Is like you take money and you invest it, and then in order to play the game, you got to spend the money to own something that people need daily, which is like a house. You know what I mean? Like something that you're like, okay, like we have to pay rent every month. You know, someone who is more richer than we are that owns this place is collecting this money every month from everybody. You know, they're wealthy. You know, and it's just passive income because we need a place to stay. You know what I mean? So if you were that person that owned that building, you know, that's passive income. Like, you think about how much time we could spend instead of going to work 5 to 6 days a week. And you're like, okay, so each month we're making this from the rental. You know, you wouldn't have to work as much. You could spend time working on music or like time on yourself, because I feel like that's really important. You know?
Yeah. Okay, so what specifically? Okay, let's say you had money left over after you invested into passive income.
Okay.
And you had 20,000 left.
20,000? 20,000. I would say, and we had money coming in? Like passive income was already flowing?
No.
It wasn't flowing?
Just invested.
I just invested. Okay, so if I just invested, I'm gonna sit on that $20,000 and sleep with it. And I'm sleeping. It's gonna be in my. I'm sleeping with it. I'm gonna like save it. But if it was immediately, like we noticed, like in a couple months, it was like a hit. I would that 20 grand that we saved. I would definitely like to travel. I think traveling is a really cool thing. You know, like when like I said, when Keith and I traveled, it was cool to see the different things because you don't really know. Like when you're a kid, you just imagine what things would look like. I've never really been to Florida until I went on tour. Like I just imagined there's a lot of water, and you get down here and there's so much to it. You know, that's like every other place. California, Colorado, like every place has this thing. So I would definitely try to travel as much as possible. You know, or go on one really cool ass vacation where you're spending 20 grand, which is insane. But that's what I would do, babe.
Okay.
Well, what would you do? You got 20 grand.
I already have it in my notes because I already thought about this.
You manifested it? All right. I want to know. I'd like to know.
All right. So let's see. First, most important thing that I would do. I would begin filing for my dad to come over here in the States. I would. Then the next thing I would do.
That's a great investment.
Isn't
Yeah, that's a great investment.
invest in my garden because I want a little garden.
Need that garden. We need the land for the garden.
No, babe, I can have a garden right in here. I told you. Get that growing light. And then my wants. I want to go shopping. Shopping first. And then... No, not shopping first. I would fix my teeth first. I would fix my teeth first because that's what I've been wanting to do for the longest. Not get veneers, but like do Invisalign or braces.
I tell you what,
Because they want so much up front.
Of course, everybody does.
So if I just had it all up front, boom, I would just get that out the way.
How cool would that be? You go in there, the dentist wouldn't know what to do. Every dentist is expecting the person, I assume, to be like, all right, I need the insurance. Can you imagine walking in the dentist office and they're like, all right, it's going to be $8,000 to get all this done. And you're like, done. And you bring out your card.
Yeah.
I want to see that reaction. You know what I mean? I want them to be like, oh.
No, they probably get that all the time. They
You think
probably
so?
come across rich people all the time.
Well,
like,
I guess, but like let's say a young woman such as yourself, or
they would have been like,
they'd be like, what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, no way, like that's crazy.
But they would also be like, yeah, give it. Give it
Yeah,
here.
I mean that's
Shit.
what.
So anyway, we thank y'all for listening to our nonsense. If you've made it this far, wow,
It's been a journey.
you're a weirdo, just like us.
No.